this. I'm so sorry. Hello. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. We just had a customer return a game that we rent out. And I was just making sure that all the pieces were there. Which they were, but my little secret about business is that now I say not all pieces were back. They're not going to argue with it, so they just pay the fine. I usually do about $20. Yeah. Which is honestly pretty generous because the price of these things is $69.99, so $20 is like just a little fee. You know, that's nothing. They can handle it. If they can buy that for this game, they're gonna be fine. But this is a really fun game. It's called One Night Ultimate Werewolf. It's one of my favorites for sure. When I explain it to people, I explain it like it's like Mafia. Have you ever played that? You definitely have played Mafia. Now this game, to me, is it's a lot better. I try to think of a way that Mafia is better, and I don't think it is. Because this game gets rid of the two main things that I have problems with Mafia. Now Mafia, you have to have an extra player who's willing to facilitate everything, right? And this game doesn't have it. It's an app on your phone that you can have. So I guess if you don't have a phone, yeah, Mafia would be better. So there you go. But the really cool thing is that if you're not a Mafia, a doctor, or detective in Mafia, then everyone else is just a blank slate, just a specific, just a villager basically. No specific role. But this game has a lot of really exciting roles that the townspeople can play as. Yeah, it's really fun. Plus, the games are like 10 minutes long because it's all on an app, and the app has a timer. So you can have multiple games in a single session instead of usually like maybe one or two if the game runs super long in Mafia. I just think it's a perfected game in every way. I would definitely recommend it if you would like it. Do you get discount for returned product? No. No, $69.99. I see you trying to be sneaky there, but you can't get past me, you know. You can't get past me. Okay. We'll just set that right there for you to see. Are you admiring all the free product placement behind me? I do. I will admit I'm pretty proud of the shop that I have accumulated over here in the past couple of years. What should we start with first, though? Are you just here because you want a couple recommendations for some games, maybe? Ones that you can then buy from me? Okay, perfect. Let me find a game I think will work perfectly for you. Let's start with the easy ones for you. How about that? So this is the couples edition for questioning basically, there are 3 levels. I'll take a card from each level and kind of show you the difference of them. So in the couples edition, level 1 is perception. It's basically just how you perceive the person. And this is a bad question, so let me find a good one. Also a bad one. Oh my gosh, these are all so bad. Why? Okay, there we go. Question for this one is, what would a date of completely spoiling me look like? So then the person gets to explain what they, if they were willing to spoil their partner. What it might look like. It's a fun game. It's really more of a conversation starter than a game. Level 2 is connection. Okay. And a good question from this is, what compromise have you seen me make in our relationship that you're most grateful for? That's a good one. And level 3 is reflection. No, this is another bad one. There's these versions called wild cards that are pretty lame. They make you do like a whole bunch of stuff. I just like answering questions personally. Whenever my partner makes me want to do more than just talk to them, I can't handle it. Maybe that's a compromise that I could have made that they would have been grateful for, so that they would have stayed with me, but I'm secure in who I am. Okay. What part of my heart do you wish you could heal? Or what's one thing you'll do differently during our next argument? That's a spicy one. You can lose a lot of relationships in that one. It's a fun game. If you want to strengthen your relationship, I would recommend it. If you want to break up your relationship, I'd recommend it. There's really limitless possibilities for you and your relationship when you buy this. Couples edition. It's a fun one. It's an easy one. Let me show you a real strategy game. Okay. So we're diverging from the party game sector for now. And this is much more of a strategy game. You can still have a party while being there, but you could also lose friendships off this one. That's why it's my favorite. I should mention the reason I'm selling all my games and my ability to create this game store is because I lost all my friends. So I don't need the games anymore, you know. And that is the definition of adaptability. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay. This game is called Catan. If you're a normie, if you're a real hard fan of this game, you are calling it Settlers. At least my family calls it Settlers. And I lost a friend just straight off of that argument. Yeah, I would not give up on calling it Settlers, and they just asked me to stop correcting them when they call it Catan. No, I'm secure in who I am, you know what I mean? expansion packs and such. We have the outer rim of the board. Not a Star Wars reference, unfortunately. They missed the mark there. And then we have all the game pieces as well. This is a game where you set up a board that is different each time, and you roll dice to collect resources. When you collect those resources, you can then use them to build settlements and roads to expand your city. Your settlement, I should say. And then you can upgrade your settlements into cities to collect more resources. You can create more settlements to create together new resources. There's a lot you can do in this game. And once a player has reached a certain amount of points, they win the game. And you also get to trade and steal and create alliances, and it's a very political game. This is what the tiles look like, they're X's. I will say there is some beautiful art in this game. Highly recommended. This current version is only 1 to 4 players, so if you have more than one friend, this might be a difficult game to play. Or 2 to 4 players. How many players? Oh, 3 to 4 players, so sorry, you and your imaginary friend can't play this. You need another one, I bet. If it feels like I'm insulting you, I'm sorry. I'm just projecting my insecurity of that I have no friends onto you. But I'm secure in who I am, so chill out. Okay. That's good, Dan. Highly recommended. This one, obviously, because it's been touched by me, it's been used by me, and it is being now sold by me, $69.99. If there's one thing that I am, it is consistent. Because I'm secure in my prices, and I'm secure in how I feel about my prices, and I'm just secure in who I am, if I haven't made you realize that already. So $69.99, so this might be a more bang for your buck type of thing. This game is Bananagrams. Basically, it's very similar to Scrabble. It's more of a party game, but this one will make you feel smarter than your friends. You have all these Scrabble tiles that you can then use to create words. Your goal is to create, I think you start with 7 tiles. And what you do, it depends on how many people you play, but you play with, you're going to be playing with, well, now let's look. There's no rules, so just listen to me, whatever. You're going to be playing with one other person, right? Your imaginary friend, so you'll probably play with, you'll start with 12 tiles. progression. You have to use every single letter, but it can be as many different words as it works. They just have to be connected on the mat, on your like board, and yeah, it has to use all letters. Once you use all the letters, you will then say take two, and everybody playing will take 2 letters from the center to add it to their board. You do that repetitively. You do that again and again and again. Until there are 0 tiles left, and the first person to use all of their words, all of their tiles, into words in their board without missing any tiles, and making sure that there's no words that aren't connected to the board, they win. And obviously with my use of the words repetitively and reverbiously and all that, I was not good at this game, so that's why I'm selling it. I wouldn't recommend this game, because if I couldn't, be good at this game, I doubt you will, but whatever, it's your money. $69.99 on this one. With an extra little nice because it's a banana shape. I guess we're gonna flip-flop with the strategy games and the party games. This game is a strategy game, this one. Basically, in this game, there's a map of America, and you have a specific number of trains that you start with. And what you're trying to do is get out of the use all your trains as quickly as you can. You will build a long track of trains that will then be counted for points. Whoever has the most points wins. Now where it gets tricky is you can only put the trains on specific tracks using the cards that you're given in your hand. As you can see, right here is the map. You draw cards to get specific colors, and you can only put your trains on the track of that color. You are also given cards in the beginning of the game of what cities of yours need to connect to complete your train track system. If you end up completing the whole, like Santa Fe to Los Angeles is a track. If you connect trains from Santa Fe to Los Angeles in any sort of circumstance, it doesn't matter, any variation, it does not have to be any certain path, you will get the points that card awards you for completing that track. So you get points from the cards and the routes that you're supposed to complete, and then you also get points on the specific tracks you use. Sometimes there are 6 color tracks. Sometimes there's two card tracks. Sometimes there's 4. If you use a 6 card track, you get a lot of points. If you use a 1 card track, you don't get that many points. You kind of get it. It's more self-explanatory once you play it. I mean, those are the rules that they want you to play. I specifically just try to make whoever has the longest track wins. My recently is not the Chinese word for goose. So, you know, how many people have you told that to? Like, you can't even count. So, just now that you know that that's not what it is, you know, don't look like an idiot anymore. You know, this is a simple game. Where you roll dice. In this little container here is where you put the dice. Or is it die? But these, the dices, the deuce. You put the dice in here, and you have five dice. And basically, you're just trying to get different combinations of dice rolls that the sheets will tell you. An example of this would be, you could roll a full house, which is 2 of a certain number, and the other 3 dice are 3 of another number. You could get a large straight, which is either 1 through 5 or 2 through 6 in sequential order. Or you can just roll as many 4s as you want and try to get a high score. This is a big party game. It's a game you can talk through for sure. But there's a little strategy as well for which specific dice you want to roll. And for which specific hands you want to cross off and stuff, because you have to take one. So if your answer is 0, you know, just because you couldn't get a good roll, that can happen. So you have to make sure you're being smart with which ones you take. It's a fun little game. Yeah. What I like to do with it is I just like to throw the dice on the ground, and just see if people will step on them and slip. That's a fun game for me. And usually yell, you know, when they fall, I yell, "Got me, Yahtzee." No one seemed to understand what that meant. I thought it was funny, but anyways, yeah, my friends didn't like that I played that way, and I just would throw dice on the floor, and there'd always be dice on the floor, like when they go to the kitchen or into their bathroom, there's just always dice just scattered on the floor, and they didn't like that. But I just told them they're being sore losers because I'd always seem to win at Yahtzee. They didn't like that, but I'm secure in myself, so we're good. Yeah, the last time I played this was the last time I had roommates, so. Well, that weren't my parents, obviously. I would teach you this dice game, but I played it exactly like I play Yahtzee, so the same rules apply. It's a little more of a counting game, though, if you want to play the lame version. Now, if you want a game that will make you feel amazing and just, you know, totally superior to your friends, I got the game for you. It's Monopoly. Now, Monopoly is special. I have excuse myself and I'd like to correct myself that it was Nintendo. See, people don't like to correct themselves, but I'm secure in myself, so I will. Basically, there is a board full of land that you can acquire. And when you acquire this land, you can build hotels and houses on top. And if people land on your land, whoa. If people land on your land, then they have to pay the tax. They have to pay you for their stay. Now this game's fun because it lasts for like 4 or 5 hours, and you know, people usually don't like that, but I intentionally tried to make the games last like 4 or 5 hours. Because let me tell you, that is the most fun. Seeing people at their wits' end, just completely, utterly hopeless. You know, they have $2 in the bank, and you're just making the game go longer and longer and longer. That's when you really get to see who people truly are underneath. So, if you're looking to do that, I recommend Monopoly, the Nintendo variation. See, I know people, far deeper than you ever knew who they are, or whatever the Joker said in the movie. And I'd like to think that he's right on this, and he's right on a lot, don't need to get all political, but he's right on basically everything in the movie. Batman's actually the antagonist. If you really dive deep into that movie, Batman is the antagonist, and the Joker's the protagonist, but for some reason people have this weird idea that the Joker's supposed to be the bad guy. I don't know why. Anyways, besides the point. This is the game that will ruin your relationship with your family. There's not many games that can do that, so I highly recommend this one if that's what you're trying to do. Because honestly, it's such an empowering feeling when you can ruin the relationships but still feel like you're the better person. That, a lot of people call that immaturity, but I call it victory. Mastermind. I lose a mastermind. I just broke up with my girlfriend because of mastermind. It's not worth it. It's not worth it dating somebody that you are worse at something than, you know what I mean? It's not, I just don't understand why people wouldn't do that, so. Now, if you want the game that'll stand the test of time, let me show you. This is chess. This is a good game. You got chess and checkers on this side. And is it Chinese checkers on this side, I believe. Now, I don't know who came up with the design of being able to play chess and checkers on the same board, but they deserve a raise, let me tell you. Genius, straight up genius. There's also like dominoes in here. I don't know what those are for, so that's extra. So it's actually $79.99 for this one. But as you can see, you get a lot of different games. You got chess on the bottom there, checkers up here, and you've got dominoes right here. So this is a high value item. Another thing about mental superiority is if you play chess and you beat your friends and they can't seem to beat you. Oh my gosh, it is invigorating, the feeling that you can get feeling better than them. Sorry, I'm reminiscing right now. man, this doesn't just ruin relationships, it ruins someone's intellectual security, honestly. Yeah, there's nothing better to say. I mean, it never would work for me because I'm secure in myself. And I couldn't possibly be, intellectually insecure, but this game, that will destroy everyone else's. So, highly recommend it if you're trying to be that person, if you're trying to die alone and sad and just full of contempt for the world. Do everything that I'm telling you to do, because that is the way to live. Experience life to the fullest, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's basically everything that I got for you. We also have card sleeves and boxes of magic cards. That's just kind of every game star has to have something like that. It doesn't have to be good or not, but yeah. So if you want some of those, we can. But yeah, all that makes sense. Anything you want to buy? No, you don't want to buy. Okay. So I will say there is a fee on customers like you who come in. And if you don't, it's only for people who don't buy something. If you don't buy something, the price to leave is $59.99. Is that cool? Well, because if you're gonna pay that, you might as well just pay an extra $10 and buy something, right? Yeah, that's the spirit. You want the family ruiner Monopoly. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. I appreciate that. I'm going to get you rung up here in a second. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so glad. Hey, is there anything else you want to buy real quick? We're having a sale where you can buy anything for $69 flat. No, okay. Thought I could get you in there. Well, no worries. Sounds good. I will ring this up real quick and then I will unlock the door for you. Perfect. I'll make it look pretty for you. This is an added fee of $15.99 to dust off the dust. Isn't it interesting that you dust, but you also have dust, and you only dust dust? Isn't that interesting?